So, hi to everybody. My name is Raimund. I am from Nuance in Germany. And I'm here at this conference for the second time. I was here last year. And I did give a little speech about speech recognition. So that's the technology we are making, transcribing voice into text, and the other way, making voice out of text. And last year, I have shown you, for those people who were here, one little video clip. I will not show this again, but I just, want to show you these two pictures here. And, these guys from the science fiction movies, they were setting the scene for voice command and control. Scotty came, with the Star Trek ship to Earth, and he tried to speak with one of the first Mac computers, and the stupid Mac computer was not able to understand, natural language. And even earlier a little bit, Hall, this light here, the red light, was, telling the people that the time will come, it will be possible that you have a conversation with a machine. Right? And I brought to you last year this technology also in Russian language, so for the developers, that you can implement this technology into your mobile application and speech enable this mobile application, so to increase the user experience. And now what has happened over the last 12 months? A lot. So, this old Mac computer and the Hall computer, these are now real devices, and these are our most beloved devices. So we have speech recognition in the cars, we have speech recognition in the mobile phones, we have speech recognition in the PC, and we have speech recognition even in the TV. Yeah? Samsung is showing outside. Samsung, which is one of our very good customers, is showing outside a gesture and speech controlled TV where the speech recognition in the TV is from Nuance, and it works in Russian. If you come later on to our little booth, I will show you the next version of voice command and control and content discovery for TV. I brought it with me. So these are the devices today you can speak to, and we saw over the last 12 months some massive rollout of this technology. When you buy an Android phone today, it comes with speech recognition. Yeah. So when you buy today a MacBook or MacBook Air or a BMW, it comes with speech recognition on it. So right now, to give you a rough number, maybe 40 million people per quarter do experience in a positive way the first time speech recognition. So the technology is really now there, and you can ask people on the street and they will tell you, yes, I made some experience with this kind of technology which was positive. So, and you could read that in the newspapers. So we had a lot of PR coverage over the last 12 months. So in the PC magazine, Forbes, for example, when I, driving through the traffic jams here in Moscow, which is really a mess, I tell you, these traffic jams here, I see many people, having a phone conversation, using the phone in the car, yeah, even in the traffic jam. In Western Europe, this is not allowed. You get a ticket from the police. Yeah, so. In Russia too, but maybe the police cannot come because everybody is in the traffic jam, so how can the police needs a helicopter to come, and get you the ticket. That's your advantage. Yeah, okay. Right, so we even had members of parliament in the company who definitely were thinking, in the US to bring the speech recognition as a must into each car. Yeah, so. Right, we have the swipe keyboard. And I saw on you know, some blogs here, and I spoke with one of you guys here. So it's also a very popular keyboard here in Russia. It's one of our products. And we recently launched a new version, which is also very popular. We mentioned the technology was mentioned in the Wall Street Journal and even finally in the New York Times, where, you know, the journalist was writing, Nuance is by far the biggest player in this field, and we are, you know, just, you know, before the breakthroughs of this technology. Right, and yes, are we there now? Did we reach the tipping point? Yes, I think so. Yeah, we did reach it in Europe and in the US. We are in all those devices. Yeah, and also next year, I can assure you, more devices will come to Russia with a very smart voice user interface. Yeah, so in the second half of next year, you will see a massive amount of these devices coming to Russia also, with Russian speech recognition on board, where you can do some smart internet search and some smart command and control, and I will later on give you a demo, and I hope this will work. Right, here to give you some numbers where we are today. So today we have 10 million cloud transactions per day. Cloud transaction means we get a voice file is hitting our server, and we send back a transcription, a text file. We have our software in 7 billion handsets, in 70 million cars. Yeah, we have our technology, and we have today in the cars a penetration rate of, let's say, something around 25%. So the world production of cars these days is around 80 million cars, and around 20 million of those are coming with our speech recognition. We have currently 13,000 app developers on our platform. I talk a little bit later about this. 500,000 doctors using our stuff, and we are supporting, you know, many languages, and we're just creating here a volume. We as Nuance do target big customers. Yeah? So we are focused, you know, on the big TV, handset and car manufacturers. Yeah? We are focused on the big call centers. You know, those companies who are having a massive amount of calls, you know, per day or per year. And this we are doing in the enterprise space, in the healthcare space, and in the mobile and consumer space. And there is, you know, certainly enough room for you guys as developers to make, you know, business based on our technology, implemented in your applications. So this is something I will show you later on. That's the Dragon Mobile Assistant, which we launched a few weeks ago in the US. And I will demo this to you later, and the time will come, a similar thing will appear here in Russia. So what do we have for you? We have our Nuance developer platform. Website is ndevmobile.com. I'm not sure if you can read it really here. I have mentioned that already yesterday, and I will speak a little bit about the progress we made over the last 12 months. This is the SDK. Go to the website. You can register there, and then you can download for free an SDK, which you can use on Android, iOS, and Windows Phone 7, Windows 8 to follow early next year. And you can, you know, implement the microphone button into your mobile application, and you can, with this, you know, increase the user experience. So the SDK is very simple. It's just, you know, making the streaming of the voice file from the mobile phone to our server, and it's doing the endpointing. That's more or less it. On the server, we have available Russian ASR, Russian automatic speech recognition, and Russian TTS, text-to-speech. Where are we today with the accuracy? When you guys experience our Dragon dictation and Dragon search application from the App Store, which you can download for your iPhone, where you can, you know, in the meantime switch between 39 languages. One of those is Russian. We are today there that, you know, 60% of the first users of speech recognition on a mobile phone do experience an error rate of less than 10%. So that's not bad. And we are improving from year to year. We are getting better and better with this. The more usage is there, the better our models are getting, and the better the recognition performance is. So currently we have even more than 13,000 developers worldwide on this platform, and the number is increasing. More and more developers do discover that, you know, the voice input for their mobile application is, you know, improving you know, the quality, the user experience of their mobile app, especially when you have an app which has a very deep menu, so where you have to make many clicks to find the information, or when you have an app where you have a text search box where somebody has to type something. With our technology, you put a microphone there. I'll show you a few pictures later on. You put a microphone there and you can speak what you want into this, in this mobile application. So what did we see over the course of 2012? We did see many NLU apps, natural language understanding apps. So that is something like the Siri one. So the Siri is such a natural language understanding app. So it's a combination of speech recognition, transfer voice into text, but also to do an analysis of the text. What is the meaning of this text? And then take an action, right? And you find many of those now in the store. And you know, they have a good ASR accuracy, but also the NLU stuff is very good. And check it out. I give you a few examples later. One of those apps from Russia is, for example, Speak to It. Yeah, you might know this, and anyway, any day. Right, and to give you an idea about what this natural language understanding is, because here you also can earn some money with your applications. So when I say to my mobile phone, any movies with George Clooney playing tonight, what does that mean? Should the phone now look up for some cinemas here in Moscow where there are George Clooney movies? Should the mobile phone look up, you know, some TV channels where you have George Clooney tonight? It's a little difficult to make the decision what to do with this statement, but this is a statement we get on the mobile phone, right? It's like the, you know, the example from the Siri, do I need an umbrella today in Moscow? Then, you know, Siri understands, oh, that's a weather forecast for Moscow, I have to look for the weather now, and no, you don't need an umbrella, you just need a good coat because it's cold here. So you need to check all those kind of different content sources, and then to decide based on some context knowledge which answer to provide to the person. And here an example for another natural language understanding. You have an inquiry here. Somebody is saying to his phone, show me the latest Nike running shoes, right? And even when I ask you, show me the latest Nike running shoes, you probably would ask me, what do you want? Yeah, so Siri is proposing, you know, a shop, a few shops close by where you can buy Nike running shoes. Our natural language application on the right is proposing you Amazon, where you can check what is the pricing for those shoes, and you see a picture. Yeah? So now you have to decide with your customer when you deliver, you know, an application for an enterprise, what is the best user experience for him. Just to give you an idea about this NLU stuff. And here I have 3 screenshots here from Russian applications. You know, this is on the left-hand side. That's the speak to it, yeah, from a Russian company. I forgot the name of this company, to be honest. In the middle, it's anyway, any day. So here it is an example, you know, you're searching for a flight from Moscow to New York tomorrow at 2 o'clock. This requires some typing work, yeah? And, you know, they implemented the microphone button just on the top, and I can say I'm searching for a flight from Moscow to New York tomorrow. And they come back with, you know, all the proposals and the pricing. So for you, it's easier to retrieve this information, yeah? And that's the value add you get with the speech recognition. And then mail.ru, which is also a customer of ours, did implement the microphone button into, you know, as a combination for the search box, right? So that's the concept. So you always need to think, okay, what can be the use case in my application for speech recognition and text-to-speech? And then you need to, you know, think a little bit about the design, and then we offer you via our SDK the opportunity to, you know, implement this technology into your app. And to tell you a little bit about the future, what we are doing. So I'm coming back to the most beloved devices we do have, the smartphone, you know, the car, the TV, or even a tablet in the living room. And we are now working to combine those devices. So let's say when you're somewhere outside with your mobile phone and you want to listen to Lady Gaga, and you ask your mobile phone for a playlist of Lady Gaga, you get it, and then you enter your living room, you switch on your TV, and then your TV will ask you, should I continue with Lady Gaga? So that means that you keep, you know, the dialogue history across devices. Yeah? And don't think this is a vision for in 20 years. We are actually working on this. And there are a few companies around who are in the world who are making TVs and mobile phones. And for them, it is a competitive advantage that, you know, these two devices can somehow communicate together. Yeah? So that's what we are working in, and we put the natural language understanding capability into the device, so into the car, into the mobile phone, into the TV, into the tablet, but also into the cloud, yeah, to make it possible for you that you have a natural interaction with the device, even in case there is no internet connection, yeah, which happens certainly sometimes in the car or on an event like this. Right, let me tell you a few words about Swipe. Just to remind you, you can download the latest beta version on the website beta.swipe.com. If you like, you can go to the language options, and you will see there that you did download it with English and Spanish vocabulary. But you have a download option which you can click, and then you can download all kinds of languages, approximately 50 or 55, I don't know. One is Russian. So download the latest Swipe keyboard for your Android phone. I tell you, it's really cool. The accuracy is very good. And what we are also doing here is, in the Swipe case, we made it already possible that you can transfer your personalization from one device to the other. So when you have your Swipe keyboard on your Android phone for 3, 4, or 5 months, the Swipe keyboard learned from your writing, it learned new words. And when you then buy an Android tablet, you can transfer via a server all these learnings and this personalization. You can transfer it to your new Android device, right? So we are already keeping your personalization somewhere in the cloud and make it available for you for several devices. But we are also building in here context know-how. So for example, this guy here is writing with the Swipe keyboard, meet me at, and then Swipe comes back with a proposal, Starbucks. Why does Swipe make the proposal? Because the guy is very often in Starbucks, the user who is writing this. And the second thing is the guy is close to many Starbucks, right? So Swipe knows from the context, let me propose now the word Swipe. Yeah, so we want to make you quicker in writing your message, either using swipe keyboard or voice. And another combination is, and that is also Samsung, already showing also here, the gesture recognition, to combine gesture recognition with voice recognition. So when you are in your living room and you shake your hands, then the TV knows, oh, this guy will now give a voice command. Then we form the microphone beam towards this person so that we can make a good speech recognition, that we do not listen to these other people in the room, just to this person. We are also working on this. Right, and I think that's the last slide. We are also bringing this technology into the customer care. So, you guys probably making many applications also for enterprises, where the enterprises do offer some customer services on these applications, like a banking application, for example, where you can do some product information, but also some transactions. And we are also implementing here for our big customers the voice button that you can speak it. We call this application, by the way, Nina. So Nina is our product name, for this kind of applications for customer care. And this is also there. So in America and Western Europe, we are already making business here, because the people who have an iPhone, who did experience Siri, they now want to have a similar experience also in the mobile customer care application, right? The time will come, Siri will also come to Russia, I'm sure. Okay, that's it from my side. Do you guys have a question?
Oh. The license policy for you. I'll bring you a microphone.
Good evening. What's the license policy of your application?
Yes, good question. Let me play a little bit here also with my phone to check if the internet is there. The license policy is as follows. When you go to the website ndefmobile.com, you find all the pricing there, but to give you an indication, so we have a free offer. You can get our technology for free with a few limitations. The limitations are you need to have less than 500,000 downloads, which, well, it is a challenge to reach that really. So these are, I don't know, 4 or 5% of the apps in the App Store do reach this number. And the other limitation is maximum 20 transactions per day per user, speech transactions. So when the user speaks 20 times something, the 21st time there will be a pop-up, no speech recognition anymore available, and then he has to type. And then next day he has again 20. Yeah, these are the limitations. If you need more than 500,000 downloads, good luck. More transactions per day per user, then you go into the Gold program, and to give you an indication, we offer you a flat fee, which is 24 cents per download, 24 cents per download, or when you want to pay per transaction, this is 0.9 cents per transaction. That's the licensing model. And if you are a big customer, making many transactions, then you make an individual agreement with us, and we give you an individual price. Okay?
What about audio stream compression before, and what about audio stream compression before sending to server?
We do the compression. You get the SDK. There's a client piece on the SDK which is doing the compression.
And for example, how much it costs 10 seconds of voice?
3 seconds of voice is maybe something around 100 kilobyte or so.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Yeah?
Any more questions?
Is it possible to use your service for the mobile websites? Not mobile application, but for the websites?
With the mobile website, so that means you have the microphone button on your mobile website. that works via HTTP connection, yeah, and payment is only possible via for transaction price because we cannot identify individual devices then. Yeah, so no flat fee then, just pricing per transaction.
Is it possible?
Yes. Oh, yes. It is.
And what's the average workload for the channel?
The average what?
Workload.
The average workload per channel. I'm not sure what.
Bandwidth for the channel.
What's the average size of the transmitted information per request?
Yes, that was that was his question. I think when we think about a 3 seconds voice file, this is about 100 kilobyte or so.
Okay, thank you. Sorry.
Okay.
So
So, ready to the next part.
yeah, well, the next part is the demo, which will be, I'm sure, a funny experience. Let's hope the best. Hold on. Hi, Dragon. Send text to John West, mobile. Hi, John. I'm today in Moscow. I hope.
Here's your text message. Do you want to send it?
Cancel.
All right, it's canceled.
Hi, Dragon. Search for iPod Touch 32 gigabytes.
Let me get that for you.
So it understands the intention of my search. I'm looking for a consumer device, and it brings me immediately to Amazon, where I can check, you know, the pricing of such a device. Hi, Dragon. Search for Barack Obama on Wikipedia. So it understands where it should search and what it should search, and it shows me hopefully the site of Barack Obama. Now the internet is getting weak, but the speech is there. Yeah? You see it on top? So speech is quicker than internet. It seems that the data transfer for the internet is much, much bigger than the speech. That's the proof of my answer of your question. 3 seconds, 100 kilobyte. Page loading failure. Okay, good. Hi, Dragon. Search for directions to London Piccadilly Circus. Now I'm getting a problem with the internet, even with the speech recognition. So, hi, Dragon. Search for Lady Gaga on YouTube. Blah. No, it's not. I'm now having a connection problem again, so it's not coming back with an answer. But I think you got it. A few. No, it's not. Yeah, no, it's not coming back with an answer. But I think you got it. So I have very clever command and control. I can say, you know, send text to anybody or call anybody. But I can do a smart internet search, which will bring me to you know, all the relevant websites. And it's not just presenting, you know, the 1,000 Google hits or the 1,000 Yandex hits. It brings me right to the point. And that's something we certainly will bring also to Russia. Okay, I stop it at this point in time. At least 2 or 3 use cases I could show. Yes.
Давайте поаплодируем.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first question: what is better, Siri or your solution?
No, I mean Siri is very good. Nothing bad about Siri, yeah. But I think what we here bringing is, you know, the next step of Siri. So combining very smart, you know, command and control for the mobile phone with a smart internet search. That's not yet really the case on the Siri application, and that is what we bring here as a next generation.
I have a question. What about accents?
just understand all possible. You know,
Yeah, wait a second.
Yes.
I'll give you the microphone and repeat your question, please.
Thank you. What about English accents? You know that there are plenty of them, and does understand them. And can it? Maybe I'm missing details, but can it like update its own database to understand better the owner of the application, the
Right.
owner of the device?
So, I get this question very often, and I'm always answering as a, first thing, I am a perfect example for a very strange English accent. Because I know that from my colleagues in the US, when they hear me speaking, they're always saying me, you're speaking like a typical German. Yeah, so I have a very strong English accent, and I can also show you examples, which I did not show you, where I am failing with my strange accent here in English, yeah, because this system here is expecting American English, yeah, and I'm speaking, some European bad English. When you look into the country, and I'm sure you have here as many accents or maybe more than we have in Germany. I'm from Germany, so when you put, on the table a guy from Hamburg with a guy from Munich, Bavarian is a very strong accent, yeah. Sometimes they need a translator, yeah. Well, but okay, so we try to optimize the speech for all those accents. Nevertheless, when you go too strong into your accent, the technology has a problem to understand you. But I tell you, also a person has a problem to understand you, which is coming from a different part of the country. So the expectation is that you try to speak, the Russian in a way that everybody in Russia can understand it, and then we make sure that also our piece of technology can understand it.
Yeah, sure. But if we talk about Russian, we can definitely agree that Russians in Kaliningrad do understand Russians in Vladivostok, which is 10,000 kilometers away from Kaliningrad.
Yeah.
And is it configurable? Can I change the accent? As Siri allows you to change the accent, American English or British English or New Zealand. I wish they have Russian
Or Indian English. That's
Indian
very
English
fun.
or
That's very
Chinese.
funny. Yes,
Yeah, sure. So
Yeah.
do you have any of those configurations?
Right,
And
so you want us to deliver to you a Moscow Russian, a Vladivostok Russian, a Novosibirsk Russian, or what is your expectation?
Yeah, at least to select the closest region.
Yeah. No, to be honest, I do not see us doing this for the next 2 years or so. We are happy that we have the Russian, speech recognition now available. Don't expect us now to make 20 different versions of,
Yeah,
Please,
do you have
excuse me,
Moscow
yeah.
accent in Russian?
Yes, okay, Moscow. So when we see, right, that's a good point. So when we measure today, where are the transactions coming from on these applications, then I'm sure the majority is coming from users which are in Moscow, because here you have the highest penetration of smartphones. Yeah, I mean, in Siberia you certainly have the people have less smartphones. Yeah, so, and the people here probably using more these new applications than in Siberia. So yes, when we measure over time, we are improving our system all the time. There's a continuous improvement. We are improving it based on the whole population of the users, but we are improving also your personal. We're also making a personal profile for you. We're making both. Yeah. And
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. So we try to learn your language. Yeah. So, but I would say the majority of the users are here in Moscow, so that means over time we certainly make automatically an optimization for Moscow.
Based on request location, right?
Based on, not on locations, no. We are not using, at this point in time, in our dictation app, we are not using the location. In the search app we do. When we come to this application, then you have to allow the application to search, to look for your location. You have to click yes, and then we can use it, yes. But you have to allow it.
Okay,
Yeah?
understood. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very clear.
Thank you.
you.
Thank you very much. Any questions? No? Okay. Thank you. Thank you again. The last one.
One more.
Is it possible in future to create offline application, offline SDK for mobile platforms?
Yeah, future is already there. So we have for 6 languages already the offline dictation model available. So the 6 languages are American, English, German, Korean. Korea is always very interesting because I think this company is from Korea. Yeah, Japan.
And Chinese. No, not yet.
Maybe Chinese. I don't know. I think we have 6 languages, and we are working.
We tried today. Was it offline?
Yeah,
mode?
but this is cloud-based.
Okay.
That's cloud. Yeah, but you are talking about offline. 6 languages we already have offline. And next question is, what is the footprint? Footprint is around 100 megabyte. Okay, per language. Per language.
Okay. Thank you again.
Thank you.